It's impossible to say how the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none. Passion there was none. I loved the old man. He never wronged me. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. He had an eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye, with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. So I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded with caution. I was never kinder to the old man during the week before I killed him. Every night about midnight, I turned the latch on the door and opened it, oh so gently. And then when I had it open sufficient for my head, I put in a dark lantern, all closed, that no light shone out. And then I thrust my head in. I moved very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. I undid the lantern cautiously. A single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. I did this for 7 nights, and the eye was always closed. It was impossible to do the work, for it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. Every morning, when the day broke, I went boldly into the chamber and spoke courageously to him, calling him by name in a hearty tone, and asking how he slept.
How'd you sleep, master? Oh, the very best.
On the 8th night, I was more cautious than usual opening the door. I could scarcely contain my feeling of triumph. There I was, opening the door little by little, and he not even dream of my secret deeds or thoughts. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he heard me, for he moved on the bed suddenly, as if startled. Now you may think I drew back, but no. I kept pushing the door steadily, steadily, steadily. I had my head in, and was about to open the lantern, but my thumb slipped on the tin fastening.
Who's there?
For a whole hour I did not move a muscle, and in the meantime I did not hear him lie down.
It was nothing but the wind in the chimney. It's only a mouse crossing the floor.
I waited a long time, very patiently, without hearing him lie down. I resolved to open a very, very little crevice in the lantern until, at length, a simple dim ray, like a thread of a spider, shot out of the crevice and fell upon the vulture eye. It was open, wide open. I grew furious as I gazed upon it. I saw it with perfect distinctness, all dull blue, with a hideous veil over that chilled the very marrow in my bones. Then came a sound, I knew it well too, the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury as the beating of a drum stimulates the soldier into courage. It grew louder, louder, and louder. The old man's time has come. I then smiled gaily, to find the deed so far done. I removed the bed and examined the corpse. Yes, he was stone dead. If you still think me mad, you will think so no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. First of all, I dismembered the corpse. I cut off the head and arms and legs. Then I took up 3 planks from the flooring of the chamber and deposited it in between the scatlings. I then replaced the boards so cleverly, so cunningly, that no human eye, not even his, could have detected anything wrong. It was 4 o'clock, still dark as midnight, when there was a knock at the street door.
Hello. A shriek has been heard by a neighbor during the night. We do believe foul play was involved, and we were wondering if we could search the premises.
The shriek was only my lady.
I thought there was an old man living here.
Oh, he's gone to the country.
He's gone to the country.
Yeah, to be with his family.
Okay. Can we search the premises?
Not at all.
This is the old man.
I took my visitors all over the house. I made them search well. I led them at length to his chambers. I showed them his treasures, secure and undisturbed. This is his hat and cane. And this is his favorite book. Would you like to take a seat?
Yes.
Have you and the old man ever argued?
No. Me and the old man got along great. I made breakfast for him every morning.
How long have you known the old man?
A few years. He brought me in when I was down, and he gave me a job. The officers were satisfied. My manner had convinced them. I was singularly at ease. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of familiar things. But ere long, I felt myself getting pale and wished them gone. My head ached. I fancied ringing in my ears. But still they sat and still chatted. The ringing became more distinct. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued to gain defiantness until, at length, I found a noise was not within my ears. I grew more and more pale. I spoke more fluently, with a heightened voice. I arose and argued about my trifles, a high key, violently gesticulations, but the noise steadily increased. I paced the floor, to and fro, with heavy strides, as if excited fury by observations by the men. But the noise steadily increased. Oh God! What could I do? I foamed, I raved, I swore! I swung the chair upon which I was sitting, and grated it upon the boards, but the noise continually increased. It grew louder, 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 and the men still chatted pleasantly, and smiled. But could they not hear it? Almighty God, no, no! They heard, they suspected, they knew! I couldn't take it anymore! Accept no more! Tear the planks! Here is the beating of his hideous heart!
I think you'll be going to jail for a long time.